Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that needs to be said, because when it comes to fitness, it comes to all these different things. And I'm going to say when it comes to anything in life, people bring up potential, they bring up ability, they bring up genetics, all these things. And yes, this stuff varies from person to person, but something I want everyone to think about. With all the billions of people on earth, if you go back and look at history, you're the winners. In other words, when we really and truly assess humanity collectively, all the weak genes, all the losers, all the people who couldn't adapt, they're extinct. They died out. Okay? They died out. Every single human on earth who still exists, I don't care what country, I don't care your ethnicity. I don't care what part of the world you came from. You come from like 1,000 generations of conquerors and winners. Okay? Let me be clear. If you still exist today, you are the top 1% of humanity genetically. Your ancestors wiped out everyone who didn't make the cut. All over the world, step back and really look at it. All these other tribes conquered people, the people who could innovate, the people who could take over. They pretty much took over, right? They won, they conquered, they took everything. Okay, so when people talk about any of this stuff, this is who all of your ancestors were, all of them. All these various tribes around the world, and I'm talking for hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, they took out everyone around them who was weaker. They won, they conquered, they subjugated. Okay? Your ancestors were the baddest mofos in history and pre-recorded history. Everybody's. Everybody. Every single one of you come from 1,000 generations of just absolute savage conquerors and winners. Every last person on earth. Okay. On top of that, your ancestors probably went and innovated, traveled all over various continents. Because look at that. I mean, we could even talk about North America, but multiple groups came across multiple directions. Everyone spread all over the world, literally all over the world. Most of humans came from a pretty small area. Your ancestors got out and conquered and explored and innovated. They conquered all the lands around them. They found ways to survive. By conquering, meaning it wasn't even always other people there. Oftentimes they were the first ones there. They walked into just complete savage, unexplored wildernesses with new foods, new animals, new climates, things that maybe no human had ever experienced. And your ancestors walked in and dominated and thrived in those areas. Okay? All over the world. So when we start talking about your genetics or your ability, you are the survivors of the top 1%. Not even talking about evolution of different species. Let's just talk just humans. We're talking about just human beings. Your ancestors were the baddest of the bad, the innovators, the conquerors, the explorers, the adapters. That's who your ancestors were, because if they weren't, you would be not passed on. That's it. Those are the people who passed on their genes, and it's happened over and over and over and over and over. All that is left right now, you already come from the top 1% that has ever existed. Okay? So when people talk about their potential, you need to remember, step back and realize that no matter where you come from, you came from a line of 1,000 winners, 1,000 innovators, 1,000 conquerors, 1,000 generations of all of it. So when it comes to your potential, everyone needs to realize, yes, you can do things. You were born to do epic things. Okay? It is within everyone to do epic things. That's when we see stuff and the people say, oh man, look at all these people, or this just a plain person, and look at this just sheer human spirit that came out of them. Like, how often do we see that? This person came from low beginnings, but look at this, the sheer triumph of the human will that came from this person. They came from low. No, they came from a line of superior people already, 1,000 generations of conquerors, because that's all that's left in the human race. There are no low beginnings anymore. Like, every person here has the genes of winners. Everybody. So, yes, you should be capable of epic stuff. So when we talk about the power of the human spirit, the power of the human will, it's because, yeah, you were all came from long lines of bad mofos already. It's already within you. It's already in your code. You just have to unlock it. And everyone has to remember that. Quit thinking of yourself differently. You know, people hit these ideas, well, I'm just a normal person. I'm an average person. I could never do this. Well, no, you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay? You tell me you can't squat 500 pounds? You can't ever bench 300 pounds. You can't run whatever distance. No, you just have to set your mind to it and decide that you want it bad enough, and then to do the things that it takes to get there. I could never run a 7-minute mile or something. Really? I think you can. Now, granted, maybe you're missing a leg or something. Okay, you got an excuse due to a major injury, accident or something. But even then, for some people, that's not enough to stop them. People do some crazy stuff. I saw a dude deadlift like 700 pounds with one leg. You know, I'm just saying, it happens. So again, yes, there's going to be some differences. Yes, there's some differences in people in gene flow. But every one of you can do amazing stuff. You have to tap into that. And you have to remember, you come from winners. You come from conquerors, explorers. Okay? Or you wouldn't be here. Your line would have died out already. That's all that's left. So remember that when you step back and people say silly stuff like, I don't have this ability in me to do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. No, you believe that you can. Your ancestors would not think that. All right? They were winners. Now, you could be descended from Genghis Khan, and not even realize it. Come on, shut up. Greatness is within you. You just have to reach out and do it. But you have to believe in yourself. And that's the thing. And that's the thing that I would say to everyone out there. Usually what stops them is they don't believe in themselves. That's a mindset that needs to be fixed. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.